Okay, so Roblox is done again, and I know, literally every single video I'm making at the moment has been about, oh my god, Roblox is doing something terrible, they've ruined the game, and at this point, to all of you, I probably sound like a broken record, but just hear me out, because they keep doing stuff wrong, and it's getting to a point where it's kind of ridiculous. Today is actually pretty serious, because we're talking about potentially half of the games on Roblox just being straight up gone, like vanished forever, and on top of that, Roblox Kids and Roblox Select are now going global, so buckle up, because there is a lot to unpack in this video. Alright, to start us off strong, I'm going to talk about the 3 different Roblox situation, because that's where we're at right now. It's officially reached a point where we're in a world where there is 3 completely different versions of Roblox based on how old you are. Firstly, you've got Roblox Kids. This is like anyone under 9. It's very limited, it's very locked down. It's very like, here's some basic brain rot games, here's the grow a garden and steal a brain rot, all the really mind-numbing stupid games that the people like me and people probably like you don't enjoy because they're so just stupid and basic. Then you got Roblox Select, which is anyone between 9 and 15, which is fairly more open, but it's still pretty restricted. Like, apparently Murder Mystery 2 is a Select game, which I think is pretty crazy, because even though it is a game about, like, you know, killing people and stuff in the game, it's still fairly, like, tame. Like, it's not got any blood or any gore. It's just, like, straight up super simple, you know, literally, like, bro, party music plays when you win. Like, and then you've got normal Roblox, which is anyone that's 16 or older. So now this rollout actually started today globally, and the thing that I think really matters here, and the thing that I think could potentially make some of you guys a lot more nervous, is what happens if you haven't verified your age. Because if you haven't done the age verification, so Roblox can't confirm how old you are, they're just pretty much just gonna throw you straight into Roblox Kids by default. They don't care. You could be like literally 40 years old and you just haven't done it because you haven't been on it, and they'll just chuck you in with the little kids, because they don't care about you. They just want to get it over and done with. They don't want to deal with all that stupid stuff. They just want to chuck you in and forget about you, you know? And now this is going to affect like a massive chunk of people, especially the ones who just never got around to it, or they don't want to hand over their ID to a gaming platform and their ID scanning thing Persona, which, as I've mentioned before on the channel and you probably know, is known for having data leaks, and it's just not very safe and good at protecting data. Now, I haven't seen any change on my account yet, but yet again, I am an over 16 account, so maybe they just won't do anything for me. But from what I can see on like Twitter and everywhere else, the rollout is currently happening, and it has been for a few hours at this point based off when this video goes up. The next thing I wanted to cover, it's a little bit like, how do you really feel about it? It's a bit weird, but developers can now pay 100,000 Robux. That, you heard that right, by the way, I said 100,000, to skip the queue to get the game reviewed for Roblox Kids or Select, so they can get access to being on those platforms faster. It's within 48 hours supposedly, so you pay and then they'll let you know within that 2-day time frame if they let you in or not. The only other way to get in is by having a threshold of 500 highly engaged players before your game even gets reviewed, so this just bypasses that entirely, and you just, you know, give them money and they just, you know, slide you through the door. That isn't just chump change, that's 100,000 Robux, which is like $1,000 in real money, which is pretty insane. The way this works is you pretty much just pay the Robux, they review the game, and after 90 days, if your game hasn't violated any of the community guidelines, you can request a refund on that 100,000 Robux that you paid to begin with as a deposit. But if your game breaks the TOS and the community guidelines, you will just lose $1,000 straight up, which is insane. But like, to be fair, on paper, I get the idea. It's pretty fair. You know, if you're a developer with a legit kids game and you built something really solid, being able to fast track to that review is pretty useful. That part makes sense. But the problem is, and it's a big problem, is this absolutely does nothing for small or new developers. If you're just starting out, you don't really have $1,000 just lying around, so it's not a realistic barrier. Pretty much what I'm getting at is this system just benefits the full-time or bigger developers who are already established and have money to just chuck at the wall, and it just adds another wall for everyone else who's not a full-time developer or they're just starting out. So it's not bad, but it also doesn't really help people as much as it should. Now, this part is probably the craziest part of the video. I don't know if I've already said that already, but there's been a change, and Roblox has said nothing publicly about this, which makes it even more baffling, where every single game created by a non-age checked account has been made completely inaccessible. And we're not talking about games with mature content, we're not talking about games that were flagged for anything, we're just talking about games that had perfectly fine maturity ratings that were completely fine before today, and now they're just content deleted, gone, and unplayable. It doesn't matter what the game was about, it doesn't matter if it was rated all ages. If the account never did the age verification, it's just gone forever. It's good, you know, it's whatever, the account's gone, see ya, oh, gone, it's just gone. And now if you think, oh, whatever, I don't care, I just play like the mainstream games, think about how many games this actually affects, because this is a lot of games. Imagine you're a developer who made something years ago and it got popular, or maybe it didn't get popular, but they never came back to age check or age verify, because why would they? No one told them they had to. Just think about the people who also didn't want to verify as well, you know? Those games are just wiped off the face of the platform completely. Creatcraft, who is, as you know, a pretty well-known Roblox content content creator, put it really well what he said. He hopes this is a bug, because if not, it's going to absolutely destroy anyone who cares about Roblox myth content or covers older, more obscure games. Games that don't have massive player counts, games that are kind of niche and underground. And now Island Royale, which is like another one of those pretty big games, is apparently gone as well, which is kind of crazy, and tons of games similar to that are also gone. And the part that really ticks me off that I just can't wrap my head around is that Roblox hasn't said anything about this. There's no words, no announcements, no warning, nothing. It just happened, and whether or not it's a massive bug that they haven't addressed or it's an intentional change and they've just decided to not tell anyone about it, honestly, with Roblox's current timeline, it could be a coincidence, but you just don't know because they're so unpredictable at this point, and they have been for a while. I personally really hope this is a bug, because if it's not, this is really going to hurt the platform a lot more than, you know, already halving, completely dividing all the different player bases to begin with. So to recap, Roblox Kids and Select are now live globally. Non-verified users are getting defaulted into Roblox Kids so they can't play anything. Developers can pay $1,000 to fast track their reviews. And to finish us all off, a potentially massive chunk of the game library has just been wiped out with zero explanation. So it's a big day. Kind of bad, to be honest, for Roblox, and I honestly hope that all of these things, they revert. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this, especially the mass games deletions, because I want to know if your favorite games got hit, because this is insane. Please, if you enjoyed, consider liking, subscribing, and check out my other videos on my channel. There's very similar content to what you've just watched right now. And please stay tuned, because as long as Roblox keeps doing this stuff, I'm going to keep reporting on it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.